And welcome to Kickin In Crocs, the podcast. We talk about martial arts
Hello.
stuff, geeky stuff.
And Shibuda.
That caught me off guard. Because you're usually like, hello.
See, I stopped doing that.
Oh,
As we've
have
talked
the hat
about-
on.
Hi, Chives.
I got to start all over again.
As we've talked about multiple
All right, here we
times in the last two podcasts, I stopped chiming in when he's like, hello, because it's too loud when you're actually listening to it. Yeah.
It would make the microphones peak.
Start us again.
But it does sound exactly like the guy from Futurama. He's like, hey, welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Roger.
I'll say it different then. I'll say it.
Say it.
Shibuda.
Good news. Good news,
Good
everyone.
news, everyone. The podcast has started.
The podcast has started. Welcome to Kickin In Crocs, the podcast. We talk about martial arts stuff, geeky stuff, and all sorts of
Hello.
stuff. My name is Steve, one half of Kickin In Crocs.
I'm Dave, the other half of Kicking in Crocs.
And Nick, the shadow half of Kicking In Crocs. One day we'll figure out what that means.
One day. One day.
Also, Crocs Lego with a K. We
Crocs
should
Logo
probably
with the
start
K, our
introducing
stuffed
him.
animal, is here. And we also have our first returning guest tonight.
Yeah,
This is
our
the
first repeat offender.
the
Is
first
that true?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're the
you're
first.
the,
Yeah,
you're the
that's the
first
first.
person to do it twice.
Yep,
so
exactly.
strange.
Exactly.
So
All right.
nice. We need you to have you on twice.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Well, let's actually say his name. It's Master Alex, everyone.
That hand almost hit me in the face.
It's Master
Let's
Alex,
Oh, I'm
everyone.
afraid.
As the volume spikes.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
And I was trying to avoid that with the intro.
You gotta wake them up. We gotta wake these people up. Get them
Love it.
I know.
Ooh.
30 seconds into the podcast.
Yeah,
we're
man.
asleep. Gotta wake up.
Gotta wake up, man.
These
Gotta wake 'em up.
people.
Gotta wake. Yeah, our people.
Not that kind of show.
Crocketeers.
It's not- yeah,
Is that what we're calling them?
I don't know.
Crocomaniacs.
All right, comment down below if you like Crocketeers as a fan base name. Because we're trying to figure it out.
Crocaholics.
We're the
Crocketeers.
Crocketeers.
Crocaholics.
No,
There are
Crocketeers.
children that watch
Because you could do
this.
the planet. You could do the planet. You know,
Yes.
the Captain Planet.
Yeah, I totally
We're
get
the
it. That show was not good.
Crocketeers.
Yeah.
You could be one too.
Oh God. To the next
This
one.
Crocs
Wearing
here
the
for you.
Crocs is our only shoes.
Anyways, we have a
With our
guest here
Crocs
today.
Combined, we are.
Well, welcome back, Alex. Thank you so much.
We
for
are
joining us
Crocs
today.
Lego.
We-
Crocs, look up.
that could be part of the webcomic.
I like it.
That could be part
I
of
mean,
the webcomic.
the problem with that show was they always had to call Captain Planet. They
Every
could never
single
accomplish
time.
anything on their own.
There was not one
And-
I
time
don't
they
understand
won.
why they didn't just start off that way.
Yeah.
Like,
Get them from
something's
the
going
beginning.
down. Let's just call them.
Yeah, like,
Why do we wait
Now,
till the last minute?
You
on
saw
this?
the comedy one that was done, right?
No.
By the actor who plays not Iron Man, War Machine.
No.
Don Cheadle.
no.
Yes.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
yes.
he starts turning villains at the trees,
Yes, yes,
like
yes.
threatening them.
I
Yeah.
did see that. Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, we went off on a tangent. on Captain
Already,
Planet.
it didn't even start yet.
It's okay. It's all
Welcome
right.
to the
That's
show, folks.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Here we go off on tangents and completely ignore the guest that we brought
I'm
in.
just
But,
saying,
you
it
know,
seems like I had the same problem with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Why not just call the Zords right away and stomp on the monster? Why are we fighting?
Yeah,
Dramatic tension. We have to fill the 30-minute slot.
Right?
and they wait so long to even pull on their gear. Like they're just like, why are you fighting? Why are a bunch of high school kids fighting mud things? Just put on the gear immediately, get to work, call the Zord, be done with it.
saying.
By lunch, you're finished. It's a 3-minute episode.
That's true. Oh God. If Power Rangers really tried.
I was also shocked at Captain Planet how many bad guys were just abusing the environment. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
that's your master plan?
Exactly.
We're gonna.
I'm going to pollute.
What's this guy doing? Drilling for oil.
Yeah.
Captain Planet, save us!
This guy's driving a gas
I
car.
believe we've talked about.
Oh!
You know what's sad is I believe we talked about Captain Planet on this show before and all the powers.
Have we?
Yeah,
Oh,
have
yeah,
like
definitely.
heart.
Comment
was the
down
weird
below if we
one.
talked about Captain
I
Planet.
don't think
Yeah.
we've
I don't
talked
remember.
through it.
I
No,
don't
I'm pretty
think
sure
we
we
No,
have.
I think we've referenced. I don't think we talked through it
I
though.
don't know.
Not to
I feel
this
like
level.
Len talked about it. I think we talked
Len
about
might
it
have
with
mentioned it. Might have been
I
in
don't
that
know.
episode.
All right, let's go.
Anyway,
Let's get on
we've been
to
going, man.
let's
This
get
is
on to some
going, conversation's
topics.
going. Okay, well, first topic.
the giant elephant in the
The
room.
giant croc in the room. Literally,
No.
for the
What are we talking
for the
about?
audio listeners, there is a
Go right
giant
past
croc in the room right next to Alex.
We were going to see how long we can go in the episode without mentioning it.
No, we have to. We have to.
No,
talk
it's
about
gotta be
it.
talked
That has
about.
to start.
See,
off.
well,
See that? It has
to
first of
start
all,
off.
everybody saw what I posted on Instagram.
Oh, that's
So-
fair. You did.
And I
post.
posted it both on the Kicking In Crocs site and on my personal Instagram site.
Yep. Yep.
It's quite a popular post in
I-
both places.
The picture is up on the screen right now. That's
The-
the post.
I didn't see it.
He never puts the pictures in the
I'm
actual
gonna try it again.
podcast, so it won't be on
This
this.
is the first time I'm talking about putting a picture in.
No,
Yeah,
this
no,
is the
it
third
definitely
time
is.
we've
It's not.
referenced. Oh
It's
yes,
the first time.
We've talked about the.
No, we've talked about putting things in the comments down below.
No,
Comments
no,
down
no,
below,
no, no.
never
We've even
pictures
said,
in it.
okay, now the subscribe thing is going to pop up here, and it never.
It did. It did. I did that the episode.
I
we
will
did that.
show you.
I
okay.
put it in there. The episode.
I'm gonna
that we
find
did
the
that.
episode, just like the text that I never sent when we were playing D&D. Don't worry, I got it.
How did that come up? Anyways.
I'm just.
When are we
Big
doing the
Croc.
next? When are we doing the next D&D?
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
You're
no.
running it.
You're on. You're
Yeah, I
on
gotta
board
figure
here,
that one
Chief.
out. We gotta look for a day.
I like how you waited till school's about to start up and you're a school teacher.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till I have no time and then we're gonna start.
What are you
This
talking
thing.
about?
Yes.
Don't bring anything home. Come on.
Anyway, so I have a giant croc.
Yes. Yes.
But we have a croc to pick with you.
Croc
Yeah,
to
man.
pick.
Tell us the story of this giant croc.
Okay. So for anyone listening but not looking at the YouTube video, there is a croc that is like 3 feet long. What is that? Like 2 feet wide, 1.5 tall. It is something that I found on the internet when
It's
I
actually
found
got the
out.
size at the
When
bottom.
It does.
Dave and Kelsey had to go and have a baby.
Yeah, when Zaf said he was having a baby, it
Yeah.
is size 38-39.
Oh my god.
I
Shaq
thought-
Big
shoe.
foot.
I thought it'd be really, really fun to see if I could find him a croc bassinet. So I Googled it, and it showed up as a croconet. And it was through the website AliExpress or AliExpress.
Oh, I know that website.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
ordered
like
it.
Chinese Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, it is like Wish if you wish it actually will show up.
I've gotten phone cases from AliExpress like
Yeah.
back in the day. Yeah.
So I placed this order January, I want to say. January.
Well, I know you and I
Actually-
talked about it a couple times. You're like,
What?
I have to get it.
And
We had looked at different pictures of it, but then the one from Ali was the one we landed on.
I actually know the day I ordered this. It was the day I was on the podcast the first time.
Really?
Because I ordered it
Yes.
in this room,
Yes. Yeah.
standing behind you while you were doing something.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Interesting facts.
Yes. So I ordered it, and then it did not show up until after it was born. Actually, it showed up the day Declan was born.
It
This
was
is true.
destiny.
Right.
But
It is probably my wife's most hated thing in this
Oh.
house.
Yes. She told me to leave. the
It is
house.
probably the most hated thing in this house.
yes, but as time progresses, the rest of your family is loving it.
You know, it's funny. Is every time somebody comes over with their kid, like Caravella came over with Christian, Andrew and his family stopped by to see Declan. They wanted to meet him. The kids always go. They see the baby, they're excited. They hold them. People take pictures of the baby, and then they go, "Can we see the giant croc?"
I love it.
Like, yes, you can see the giant
You can
croc.
see the giant croc.
That's so funny. One of the parents from the karate school actually came up to me and said, "Did you guys really put the baby in a giant croc?"
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I was like, Yeah, we did.
One of the students came up to me and they're like, "I saw your kid in a giant croc." Yes.
Yep.
And now, what is your plan with this giant croc? Tell everybody your plan.
I have a master plan with this croc of I'm gonna take a
So
picture.
unwieldy.
I'm gonna
What does it
take
do with it?
so there's two schools that thought
Now
it was
that
gonna
we've shown it,
happen.
we could
With
just put it on
this.
the ground.
Kelsey
No, no.
absolutely
Oh, he wants it.
Kelsey absolutely
Put it
hates this
like your
thing.
shoe.
So she had told me, don't break the gibbet hole. So her mom actually suggested, she's like, "Oh, we
Comfort
could
mode.
plant that in the dirt. It could be a flower pot."
No.
Like absolutely not.
It'll
This
degrade.
is not happening. Well, that was her point.
Okay.
That's what she wanted.
I said, my plan is every year on Declan's birthday, I'm going to take a picture of him in this croc. So we can measure, I mean, you'll see the size growth. And even when he's 18, like we'll just have both his feet sitting in it. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Or-
And now I wonder.
Somebody also suggested
Or-
getting
go
like, or
What if he actually fills the croc with his of a giant fruit?
could do that too.
that we
Somebody also
But that's
suggested,
a problem though, because we can't find a left foot one.
They only make the
somebody
right.
also
Look at the right
suggested
foot.
getting like a giant gibbet for each of his birthdays.
That's cool.
We could have Ian 3D print it.
We also need the Kickin In Crocs logo to cover right here,
Yeah.
like that. That'd be cool.
The
All I'm
cover.
saying is every year for his birthday, I'm taking a picture to the point where like I can't wait till he's like old enough. He's like, "Dad, do I have to?" I was like, "Get your behind in
that croc."
Get in
I
there.
really like the birthday thing, like a number
That
for
is
how many
kinda
birthdays.
cool.
I didn't think about that. That's really cool.
But yeah, so that way I have a picture every year of him in this croc.
But now the problem is,
Kelsey's trying to get rid of it though,
Reese's
so I have to keep
is
my
gonna
eye.
take it.
I have to keep my. Maurice just tries to sit
Oh
in
yeah,
everything.
yeah. Your
So
cat.
my cat sits in everything that belongs.
But that was too cool today. How she went to the end, circled
Right.
around,
I was like,
and then it's like,
laying
yep.
in it.
You have to
like,
understand,
I
my
like it.
cat sleeps in. So my son does not sleep in his bassinet. The cat sleeps in the bassinet. So she'll come in, she'll like say hi, say goodnight to us, and she jumps into the bassinet, curls herself up, boom, she's out for the night.
I love it.
She sleeps in the baby's crib.
She's thinking, well, if the kid's not going to use it, then I'll just use it.
It's a thing.
Now, Alex, right? A shoe this size. In the comment section, how many stamps do you think it would take to get this shoe here?
Oh my! So
from
this lovely,
like 2, maybe 4. It's a little.
Well, how
big.
many was your postman, first of all?
So actually,
Let-
our poor post guy, our poor mailman.
Should we show the box first? Before
Oh
we
no,
post
no,
it?
we
a minute.
not
We
yet.
will?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So I ordered this thing.
Dramatic effect.
Months went by. I thought it was never going to show up. Got shipped from Hong Kong. At one point, they emailed me this weird email in Chinese that I can't read, so I had to Google Translate it. And they're like, "It got lost. We're sending you a new one." So I never thought I was going to
I
get
can't wait for 6 months from now when another one of
I
these
know.
shows up.
it.
Yes.
If it does, you're getting it.
No, you're getting it.
So anyway,
Goes in the dojo.
my poor mailman. We either always miss him by like a minute or two, and it's always something we have to sign for. So we eventually ran into him in the middle of the road one time, and he's like, "Don't leave!" And now like we're really cool. Like we'll knock on the door, we talk about what music he's listening to. He walked up with this box, all beat up, knocked around, ripped in a little bit. He's like, "I think you have to sign for this, but I can't read the letter for it." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, the paperwork for it, I don't know what it says. You want me to just like sign your name for you? Do you want to sign it? Do you want me to just like put something there? He's like, "I don't know if it has to be signed for." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll scribble on it." And then I didn't know what it was. But I opened the box, and that's when I realized it was the giant croc that I almost half a year for.
Okay, so
Worth the
let's-
wait. Worth
Well,
the wait.
and I didn't know because when you came over, I was like, it was like the second day we were home with Declan,
Yes.
and I was like,
Yep.
you brought this as a gift. I was like, what? I was running through my head of like, what could this be?
Right.
But you
I had-
missed the pre-call.
I had no
I
idea
said,
what it could
"Hey,
be.
Alex, I'm going." I told Steve too. I said, "I'm going to go over Dave's," and Alex was like, "Good, because I'm going to need the buffer from Kelsey. I need you." And I was
sort
like,
of shield.
I was afraid to give this to you by myself.
"Yes, it was so
because
funny."
I thought Kelsey might actually murder me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a potential.
It was a
She's still
high
ready.
probability of that happening. Yeah, I think she's still
Yes.
planning.
Still playing. Not
She
off the
just
table,
yelled,
guys.
"It's
So
not
my-
off the table."
Yes, my wife just yelled, "It's not off the
Right.
table."
Oh, before we go to the box,
Hmm?
though, side note, you talked about Reese's being in here. When I opened it, I was trying to send a picture to my wife to show her that we have the croc, and our cat Socks was sitting in it.
It's just a
And-
cat thing.
It is a cat thing. But then we showed the picture to a couple of like Sarah's friends, and they're like, "How big is your cat?" Thinking it was like a gigantic cat.
That was the kid that thought they thought my kid was really tiny, and I put him into a crock. I
Yeah.
was like, no, dude.
So
You should
Yeah.
have been like, "Yes."
so
He's a thimble.
one of her friends is like, "How big is your cat? That's a giant cat." And we're like, no, it's a giant croc. She's little. Here's our foot in it for size comparison. And then they're like, "How tiny is your cat?"
That
The
is
Socks
well,
is like
Socks
an
is
eternal.
small.
She's like an eternal kitten. But
She's
anyway,
tiny, yeah.
But anyway, so the box. You want to bring it over?
grab the
Okay.
box, Nick.
So first, comment.
First.
Take a second. How many stamps do you think were on the box?
We'll give you a second. to do
Coming
it.
from Hong Kong.
Coming from Hong Kong. We'll give you a second. Do, 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 do,
Steve, throw a timer up there.
No, stop giving me more work.
Oh,
All right, it's in the shot now.
Oh my!
oh boy.
Oh,
Turn it.
Turn it this
Turn
way.
it,
Turn it this
turn
way.
it. turn. It's so heavy.
Pivot.
Pivot.
That's not even the whole
Drop it.
thing. Put it on the floor. And there you have it, folks. The entire front of this box is covered in
It's
stamps.
about like 3
the
books of
entire
stamps.
front is covered
Alex
in
spent
stamps.
$400 in shipping to get this here.
Yes. You know what we might need to
Right.
do? We might need to count so we can give them the actual
All
count
right.
stamps. Not
Keep
now.
in mind, there are some stamps missing because they
There
both fell
are
off,
some missing because they fell off.
and I kept one.
Yeah, he kept one as a
Oh,
souvenir.
stamp.
Right.
Well, stand from.
I saved this
Tom or-
box since the day. So Declan will be 4 weeks on Sunday. So the second day he was alive.
You should keep the box the entire time too.
And I'm like, no, I'm getting rid of this box. As soon as we do this podcast, this box is going.
You know, it'd be funny just to frame the side with
Yeah,
the
just
stamps.
the side of the stamps.
Or take a
Maybe.
picture of it.
We did that 10-minute non-podcast, you and I.
Oh yeah,
Everybody was
episode
away.
30.5.
And we're like, our next guest, the
Good
next
movie.
podcast we do, we'll have Alex on. And then Alex like,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
be
on vacation.
away.
And we're like,
Yeah,
oh,
going away.
the next podcast, we'll get him
Here he
on.
is.
And now I'm here.
You got him.
Yes, so you have a box with a bajillion and a half stamps.
I do, yes.
You have Kelsey's favorite gift that she's ever received.
Absolutely.
Listen, we've gotten mail from my family in Italy, but not even a tenth of the amount of stamps on that thing. When you showed me that, I really took it back.
And I
But
was
then when you told me it got
skeptical, too. I was
lost, so I'm
like-
like,
Got lost.
I was like, we wrapped the blanket in there. And I'm like, is he going to get some kind of weird Chinese virus or something?
not anything
Who
other than what
knows
the entire
where
world
this
got.
thing-
So
It sat
Be
in
fine.
U.S. Customs for probably
Yeah, they were
three
probably like, what the heck is this
or
thing?
4 months.
How big is this guy? We need to hunt down this giant wearing this croc.
I told you they're real. It's a
Yeah,
yeah,
Sasquatch.
Bigfoot
Exactly.
in modern times.
Bigfoot ordered it. I am really sad that they only make the right foot, though.
Well, you
All
know,
I
so
can think
funny
of
if there was a left
is-
foot.
Is if the apocalypse hits and everything gets destroyed thousands of years from now, when there's intelligent life, they're going to be like, giants used to live. Look at the size of the shoes.
that's all they're gonna find is this croc.
Right?
Nothing
Imagine.
else. This will survive.
Imagine. And then
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, all of history for the future is like, yes, they were 7, 8, 9 feet tall with gigantic shoes.
And they all ate Twinkies because that is also all the only thing that will survive food wise.
So
Just
that
oh
is-
my
that is
god,
the
that is
giant-
cool.
So,
So
People bring me croc gifts all the time. So my parents just got back from vacation and they brought me
Croc
a
lighter.
croc lighter. So
love
it's a
Now, is this officially from Crocs or is this
it
just something else?
says
No,
Crocs
it's a-
on it. I
but
can't
it's-
imagine it's officially from Crocs.
I think it's just Crocs like the crocodile. That's all it is.
It does
Not
have a
Crocs.
crocodile on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does have a crocodile on it. That's true.
Yes.
Then again, so do actual Crocs. They have a crocodile.
You need to
logo.
keep
True.
that away from this. so
And
that
then the
Kelsey
shirts.
doesn't
I
burn
like
it.
how it gives you a great
Ah.
warning on the back. No lighter is childproof.
Oh,
All
I
right.
heard that.
Good to know.
No.
Declan, sorry, buddy, can't play with the
Child
croc lighter.
resistant.
Hi, Declan. 15 years in the future.
Child resistant
Yeah,
feature
we're
is
talking
not
to
a
you now.
substitute for proper adult supervision.
No.
So
Ain't that the
kids,
truth?
again, we're a family-friendly show. Don't play with lighters without mom and dad
Don't
around.
play with lighters.
And
even
they're
with
full
mom.
this is gonna
awareness
be
of
this is gonna
lighters.
be
Don't
Well,
play with
with
lighters in
them
general.
fully aware.
well, this is gonna
But
be
don't
for
play
lighting.
with them in
This is gonna be
general.
for lighting candles on birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
So when Declan
Just
has a
that one.
birthday, I light the candle. He sits in the crock.
or
We
the
got a
cake goes
process
in the
going
crock.
on.
Yep.
Hey, got a
Cake
whole
goes in the
birthday
Croc.
bash right there.
No.
No.
I got to take a picture of him in the.
Holding the
No,
smash
the
cake.
cake will be shaped like a croc.
This croc does double
Smash
as a
cake
float.
croc.
It doubles as a
We'll ask
flotation
Yellow
Oh.
Brick
device.
Road if they could do that.
Kelsey, if you could hear me, his first birthday cake's got to be crock shaped.
And it's a smash cake.
Well, I
just-
mean, it's going to be a smash cake no matter what cake it is.
I just need to get a soundbite of Kelsey's. No,
No.
I do have a soundbite of that. The clip
When
of
you're
her.
trying to make her say
Shibuya.
Every
Buddha.
time I ask her to say Shibuya, she's
No.
like, no.
that was the one and only time and the last time that Kelsey was our camera woman. So she'll never do it again because of that.
Not true.
He kept on trying
We'll
to
get
make
her.
her say Shibuya. She was like,
Shibuya.
no.
No.
You know the cake really does have to be a croc, though.
Oh, it's going to be.
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
There will be at least one there.
Yeah.
If I don't make it happen, there are several people that will make that happen. It's been put out on the podcast.
Alex,
People will do it.
we're on it. We'll make sure it
Yeah,
happens. We'll make
we'll
sure it
make sure.
happens. We got it.
We'll make
I
sure.
like that. So the croc is too cool. So basically, he's going to have to be in it for every birthday.
Yep.
Yes.
Every
Um,
birthday, yeah. That's the plan.
Yep, no matter what. So not like measuring him on the wall, but measuring his foot in the croc. You should have a starting point, like a little line where his heel has to be, and then how big his foot is getting every year.
And then when you battle,
With
when
a
he's-
permanent Sharpie.
How far he comes at, like,
how far he fills the croc. When he gets old enough to spar at karate, he can wear it as a helmet. It doubles
in
as
sports mode, though.
in sports mode. Yes.
Yep, got to be in
It
sports.
doubles as a helmet.
Yes.
That's funny.
Alex, can you show us how it doubles as a helmet?
Oh,
Could
God.
Because
they-
you looked hilarious before.
Because
we
they
got on.
won't be able to see it if they're only listening.
It's okay.
It's so
okay.
heavy.
We'll post a picture on our Instagram. Go follow us on Instagram at Kickin In Crocs.
There we
Football-
go.
Wait,
There it
football
is.
helmet.
Football helmet.
Armor.
It also may make an appearance in a couple of videos. We'll see.
Oh, we will definitely find some way to incorporate this into our videos.
How can you
Multiple
This
times.
is what we search for.
How could you not?
This is what we search for.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
this is. I have so many titles in my head already, but we're gonna.
None
save
of them
those.
good, but we appreciate you.
Yeah,
trying.
you know, I try my best. I know I'm terrible at this.
That is going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
So the Croc looks fantastic. We're super excited about it. All
Yeah.
good news. I
just
like it.
like how they even put like the holes around the side.
No,
bumps.
it's full on a croc.
It's got treads on the bottom.
Yeah, I mean it's legit. Like this is
It's as
legit.
legit as it comes.
Oh yeah.
It's not going anywhere. Kelsey thinks she's going to get rid of it. It's not good.
They do also have it in tan, just so you know.
You know what? We do have to ask that site where you got it from. You should send them an email saying, "Is there any plans to make a left Croc?" Because you said they're what dreams are made of.
Yes.
So maybe all they need is the request,
Maybe.
and they're like, "We have a request. That's it.
Like,
Make
I
it
need a left foot. That way I
same
have a pair.
size,
Same
Yeah.
size, or bigger.
Well, they're
That would
gonna
be
be
weird.
over there going. Somebody's actually wearing this thing. Why do they need a left?
It finally got
We
to a
need a left
customer. It finally got to a
NBA
customer.
player really wants our Croc.
Hey,
What
really
I would
wants
love
these.
to know is who has the one that got lost. Like, is it
I
like a
know,
fish
where is-
market somewhere?
yeah, where
hanging
is it
next to the
somewhere?
fish?
No, I'm sure U.S. Customs was like, "What is
We're
this?"
not sending this.
You know it's
out.
being used for like drinking games or something somewhere.
It's
Like
it's,
a
It's
college.
in like Area 51, and there's like an alien body in it.
It was found in this croc.
Yeah, they were trying to sneak this Croc
They
by
had
customs.
crocs too.
Well, listen. Now we know that the humanoid aliens that exist are wearing giant Crocs.
They could.
The discovery
It
they
could
made.
be. We don't
Yeah,
know.
these weren't made here; they were brought here.
Yeah.
I think it's.
Hence the stamps. Hence
I'm
the
gonna
stamps.
I'm gonna put this
Take
thing
a
to
lot
use.
of stamps to go through the.
I'm throwing that box
space.
out though. That box has to go.
You can get rid of the
Yeah,
box.
we don't need the box.
It is
I
the
do-
most beat up box.
I do wish I could see the reaction of the seller when I emailed them and had to translate my words into Chinese. And I sent, "Where is Big Croc? I want Big Croc."
No,
And they just went, "It's lost. I will send you a new one, sweetie."
no, I love it. You're sweetie. I like that.
And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that part, but I just,
I just
want
don't
Big
understand.
Croc.
How
I'll
you
tell you
lose,
something.
How do you lose something this big?
Yeah, like where did it go?
What?
Very easily.
I bet.
In post.
I bet the stamps fell off, and they didn't have enough stamps to ship it.
That could. Maybe that's
Oh
why
boy,
they. Maybe
they're
that's
one
why they.
stamp short.
Maybe they just figured it got lost because of the stamps, and like we're just gonna stamp the crap
Yeah,
out of this
exactly.
thing.
We're gonna overdo it.
We're gonna
Just
paper
for sure.
mache it with stamps.
That's literally what they did, though. They literally
Yeah,
did
it's
that.
like wrapping
They
paper of
didn't even
stamps.
peel them off one by one. They just took the whole paper.
And glued it.
And I had a coworker years ago that used to, from the South. He used to call you darling.
Right.
So sweetie, same thing.
Yeah.
That's good. It's their culture. They want to make sure that you understand. They love you,
Mhm.
and please don't get mad that you don't have your giant Croc yet.
Don't step on me with your gigantic feet.
But I
Please,
just
giant
want to.
man, shoe will come.
I just want to know where the
Sure,
other
come
Croc is. I want someone to send us.
we gotta
got
send
your
back-
Croc.
We
Find
just gotta
the
send
other
back
croc.
like a Photoshop picture of like a big Alex with the foot actually fitting him. And like, thank you.
Another one.
No, it's got to be the.
Left
foot
foot now.
I don't know who's gonna remember this, right? But it's got to be the mom from Muppet Babies, where you just see her legs.
Oh yeah.
Nanny.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Her name is Nanny.
Nanny. All right. Very good.
It's crazy you just said that because I just watched an 18-minute video on YouTube like 2 nights ago about what happened to the Muppet Babies.
Oh, really?
Oh really?
100%.
Oh, it was a good show. I thought.
I was sitting there watching the video.
So
like,
what happened?
Declan couldn't sleep, so we were sitting there watching the video. A lot of things.
Did they
Get
grow
there.
up?
No.
No. Oh, that's
But
sad.
they are
Stanley's babies?
so they do have the Muppet Babies back, like the
Oh,
CG
yeah.
one that's on like
Yeah, the CG
like
one.
I think is it Nickelodeon?
They
or-
modernized it.
But there's a
No, it's Disney.
whole it's Disney. It's on
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah.
But there's a rights dispute over who has the rights to the Muppet Babies and how it all plays out,
Mm.
and if Disney owns the full rights or not, or to certain characters or not. There's actually a whole court battle right now over Nanny, because Nanny was an original character created by Jim Henson's partner.
Okay.
So he's suing Disney right now for the rights to that character.
Yeah, because they
'Cause they're
had
using
the
Nanny in the new show.
they had Muppet version of the Muppet Babies in one of the movies, like where they had a flashback of themselves as
well, that's
the baby.
where the
Right.
Muppet Babies came from.
Oh, okay. Was that
Jim-
Muppets in
Jim-
Manhattan? Was that the one?
Muppets Take Manhattan because
Yeah.
Jim Henson. See, I'm using this knowledge that I just watched a couple days ago.
Isn't it amazing?
Jim Henson wanted to do the Muppet Babies,
Mm-hmm.
and his partner, forget his name. Frank, was it Frank Oz? Is that his partner?
I think so.
I think
Yeah.
Oz was like, no, not interested. But he convinced him to let him direct one scene in Muppets Manhattan. Guess what scene he directed?
It was that Muppet Baby
It was
one.
the baby scene. He put that in purposefully, and then everybody saw it. All the board members saw it, and they're like, it against test audiences. It was
They loved it.
massive. They loved it. So that was it. They're like, we got to do
Muppet-
something with it now.
Well, the Muppet Babies cartoon was great. It was an innocent
a crazy
cartoon,
good
loads of
cartoon.
imagination. It was
It was
great.
my childhood. Get
Loved
your
the
toe
Muppets.
out of that gibbet hole.
Yes, we
audio
scold-
listeners.
we
Alex is
scold
having
our
too much fun
guests.
with this croc right now.
We do scold our guests when they're Alex.
Look at it. It's so giant.
And you said it floats, so maybe it could be like a croc
does.
surfboard.
Actually, one of the pictures on the advertisement was it floating in a pool with a baby in it.
Now listen, future video possibility, the journey it took to get here. One of it like going down like a river and then
Right.
in an airport and at a
Oh.
restaurant someone's like drinking tea next to it.
We
That
got.
needs to happen.
First of all, we got a bunch of videos we got to shoot.
no, this
No,
needs
I
to
know.
happen before all of those.
no, we got to do the Ninja
The
Turtles
journey.
one before all
It's gonna
those.
launch him.
No, but that's
down-
like a full
down
length
the
one. That
Nile
would just be a
like
short. What he's
That
talking
would be
about.
sick.
That would just be like a little short video.
I love
Lyrical video that he's talking about. That'd be perfect. We're gonna do it.
It has a
away.
baby croc in it.
Good.
Which is just
You
a regular
know-
croc.
Its own
You
baby.
know,
The
theoretically
mother croc
speaking, too, we
carries
could
its
do.
baby crocs.
We could also theoretically shoot a superhero, like a Superman thing, and we could find Declan in the spaceship croc.
Oh, that's how it
Rain Man.
lands. Yep.
And then we could be
Yes.
like the young, and then we
Yes.
Instead of Kansas, it's just like in front of your house
Yeah, you
on your
know.
doorstep.
Right.
right, and then you could do like a whole.
New Jersey's
Like-
pretty much Kansas sometimes, you know. Declan agrees.
Yeah,
you heard him.
Reese.
He does agree.
Yep, got it.
Yeah,
Declan just
We
shouted
could do
out.
that. There's so many possibilities for it.
we got so many videos we got to shoot. We got to start picking a day to just shoot.
Yeah.
A shooting day, studio day.
Yes.
Shooting
I
day.
like it.
Studio
I like
day.
it.
So I have to ask: are there times where like you have Declan in the croc and Kelsey walks out and just
I
rages?
have not put him in it since the one picture.
Because he
Right.
likes being
I
busy.
am-
He likes
I
being
am-
alive.
I am tempted though to see if he likes it. Like,
He spent a good 10 minutes in it when you first put him
Yeah.
in it for that picture.
What's crazy is he probably was more common there than the bassinet.
oh, definitely, yeah.
Right. Well, he knows.
You know,
I-
this is
The
my
soothing
future in
nature
this
of a
company.
croc. Yeah, and it was in comfort mode, so he was definitely comfortable.
It just made
Yes.
sense. It just shows again the value of comfort mode. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm amused that Kelsey told me. I was like, "Does it bother you that it's in the house? Like, do you see it?" She's like, "I can't not see it."
So true. How
It
do you
is-
not see
It
that
is very
amazing
true. I
thing?
mean, you
Right.
can't not see
Kind
it.
of hard to miss.
It is hard.
It is. It is. It is.
Oh,
Well,
the possibilities.
moving on.
Not
This giant croc.
Yeah.
We did something over the weekend.
That's another video that's got it. We did shoot the video.
I dropped the ball.
It's okay. I've dropped the ball on posting things for the last week, but
dropped
we're
the
you know what
ball
we're gonna
on
start doing is
stuff.
scheduling things.
Yeah,
but we've
we
said this
gotta-
last week, so let's not get into it again.
No. We can
Yeah.
schedule posts on Instagram.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, that's cool.
You can set a time.
No,
and
you
a
can
date
set a
Like
for
ahead of
it to
time.
go
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Ahead of time.
We need to do
Yeah.
that just so
They'll
that we
schedule
don't need to
it
worry about
while
it.
Steve's getting used to putting pictures up on the video.
Yes.
It'll happen at the same time. Never.
So yeah, it's
Unless
gonna happen.
Dave
No, we're
does
gonna schedule it.
Right.
But yeah, that's the plan. But we did. So we shot a video on Sunday.
Yeah, Steve was saying, go ahead.
Okay.
We did. It was a workout video. We decided that we were going to follow along with a 25-minute martial artist calisthenic workout posted by the one and only Grant Stevens
So we've talked about Grant before. He's a guy I met online.
from England.
From England. He's
From
a
Britain.
great martial artist. And I don't even know. He put up a video, and then I liked it, and I don't know how we got talking. I know he was friends with Steve Miller, who's a good tricker, who Scott and I drove out to Michigan and spent like 5 days with him in Michigan. We met him
Okay.
at Loop Kicks Camp, which was a tricking
This is a while ago.
This
many,
was a
many
long
years
time
Yeah,
ago.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I've
Before
never
I was
actually
in the
I've
picture.
never actually met Grant in person, but we've talked on Instagram a bunch of times, and we did one FaceTime call.
Hmm.
when it wasn't even FaceTime, it was like a Zoom, I think, over the pandemic or something. But he was asking for feedback on one of his fitness videos he was doing back then. I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to chime in. So I've talked to him once on a FaceTime thing. We send voice messages back and forth on Instagram every now and then, and we talk
Cool.
on Instagram.
Nice.
So he started making these regular content now.
Yep.
Yeah, his thumbnails for the YouTube videos, super good.
Yeah.
We got to ask him, like, who his thumbnail designer is.
I think he does it.
Or he does it himself?
I would imagine so, yes.
Well, you could ask
we
him. 'cause
pray
A lot
him
of the
to do
times
our
they get
thumbnails?
designers.
No, I know, but he's very intent on doing a lot
I will
of
pay him money to do our
So
thumbnails for us.
Grant is a
Those are great.
perfectionist. So he spends a lot of time editing, scripting. He actually did a video on how perfectionism can be a problem. But
It can. It
so
can.
he
Drives a lot of
just
anxiety.
started recently being way more consistent with his content. Because he always was, he did guest spots on The Pioneer, which is a big YouTube channel. But now he's getting more regular in his content. So he's been posting a bunch of things, but then he just posted a 25-minute workout.
Yep, just calisthenics, body weight. You can do it at home, workout. And Dave was like, hey, let's try this for a video.
So we
'cause
should do that.
Grant put up on his Instagram story that he challenged other people
Okay.
to do it.
And-
You
film
want to throw it
themselves
in the
doing
description too, maybe, so people
Oh,
can
we
try
will
it
do
Yeah,
out.
it.
oh, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Perspective. I hadn't worked out in 3 weeks since Declan was born.
Yeah.
Because I can't just be like I took a week off from the dojo and then I started coming back and teaching again. And I figure I'm home in the morning. I can't just be like, well, you have them all day. I'm gonna go work out now. See you later, and then go to work and then come home and be like, okay, now I'll take them. So
Unless it's tea, of course, then you would make the exception.
wow.
Yes, if we're having tea at Nick's house, you would totally make an exception,
so
right?
They were giving me garbage because
We were giving the garbage to each other because it was
Because-
hilarious.
What was the line, Alex? Tell us the line. What
I
was
was
the
the
line?
perfect warrior.
so
No one's gonna understand
we'll
the
get
joke.
back to the Grant thing, but because I said I'm
It took
still
us
going
off
to be
topic
able,
again.
I'm still going to be able to do things once my son is born. And the one time I didn't go to tea, now mind you,
No. But the
Mind
phrase
you-
was
no.
nothing will ever change.
well, okay, I'm gonna
Even
backtrack
for
twice
a
here.
second.
Number
And
one,
we love
Backtracking
Dave.
twice?
here we go.
Backtrack within a backtrack?
First of all,
Wow, that's a
first
big
of all,
backtrack.
Double track.
Double track.
let's just
Double
let's just
backtrack.
touch. My son was two weeks old, and I still hosted fights. Still hosted fights here.
Yes.
We watched UFC.
As expected, because that's the
And
decision you set.
and let's reflect. Who did not show up that day? Nick.
Yeah, but that's
Now,
to
now,
be fair. I
now,
never
now.
said I'll be at
That's
every
not
fight.
fair. He's old. He had bedtime.
Also
Now
true. Also true.
we have a weekly Mario Kart night. Somebody used
Oh.
to play all the time.
But I never committed to it.
Who doesn't play anymore? Nick.
True.
Now
Facts.
he acts like, oh, well, you skipped out on this our Wednesday tea tradition, which hasn't happened in a month and a half.
Yes.
Why? Because of Nick.
Truth. Because of me.
So,
But the
I-
difference
go
was
ahead.
the comment
so
that drives the action.
and it won't change. I will still be able to do
I
things.
was
And I would have
about
brought
to say
Declan
that.
over.
Yes.
I would have been there, but you're like, oh, my wife is still sniffly. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't make that sound like a bad thing.
No, but that's why I didn't show up.
Ben,
What?
how are you?
I'm doing great.
Yes.
How are you?
The difference maker, which what we're busting your chops about, which is super fun, is
I'm defending it now.
You can defend it. Was the statement nothing will never ever change, and I'll do the same things over forever. So even if it happens once because of the statement,
Yeah, but
that's against the statement.
there's been days where you said, like, can we get tea this day? I said, no, I'm not done. I've not.
Alex,
I've
how are you
it's
today?
I
100%
lived by
true.
my strength
I've
alone.
passed. I've passed on tea several
We
times.
need that link
to
in there,
train.
too.
I've done it.
Facts.
I don't. It's not like Nick says tea and that's it. It happens every time.
That is a fact, but it was still hilarious.
Mm.
It was.
I just
so
I
much
just saw
fun.
the
I don't
Vegeta
mind
post.
chop
Yeah,
busting,
and then,
but
of course-
behind my back.
But
No,
then,
it
of
wasn't.
course,
We
Alex,
said it right to
Oh
you.
no, I sent it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, of course, Alex ended up finding a video from Dragon Ball Z
Great video.
of Vegeta giving this big speech about
Yes.
I was once the perfect warrior, and then he goes off on this
Yeah.
whole tirade
We
about
see
how
you
he's,
saying that.
he's
Makes
gotten soft
sense.
Because he settled down.
because
and
he
had
settled
a
down and
family.
had a family.
It's- well,
Which we know
I mean,
happens
we're
to
just gonna
almost
fast
everybody.
forward.
When we're,
It's true.
A couple years to when Dave is going to be saying the exact same thing. I was
Yes.
once the perfect warrior.
And look at Vegeta now. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
No, I know.
Exactly.
I just thought it was
Anyway.
Purple and what just happened? All right.
Oh, my air
Lights
condition-
just
my
flickered.
air
Oh,
conditioner
air
kicked
conditioner,
on. I
okay.
think my house can only handle so much. It's an old
So much
house.
nonsense
Wait a
chatting.
minute. Wait a minute. We got internet and cameras running. The air
And the
conditioner. We got
lights.
lights on.
It's
This
too
is too
much. The lights just flickered.
much.
Too funny.
So
Anyways.
Do the work.
anyway, the workout
Workout.
was when I
25
saw it was
minutes.
only 25 minutes. I was like, dude,
Oh, we could do that.
because he had to be somewhere at 1:00,
Well, we both had stuff we had
and
to do that day.
I had something going on at 1:00 too.
It's someone coming over to see the baby.
Yes.
Family coming over to see the baby.
But
But yeah, we had a time limit.
so we're like,
So I get here at 11.
Okay.
We get started at, maybe 10 minutes after. And here's the problem. We decided to do this outside. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
because
didn't
originally you
disturb
were like,
the
"Oh, come to
baby.
your house and do it outside." I'm like, "Is it an outside thing?"
wait. Originally we were gonna go to Nick's house.
Yeah.
I
I
could
was
not
gonna
do it.
bring.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring Kelsey and the baby.
Yep,
And we were gonna work out
yep.
because Nick has that nice patio.
Yes.
He has a very beautiful backyard and a nice area where we could have done this. And Nick's like, my wife has the sniffles. The same excuse from the tea.
Right.
Yeah. So here's
So-
the deal: like the baby's
You
sick,
coulda
and
just said-
I'm super paranoid. My daughter was born like smaller, so she was in in very, very sensitive care. So whenever
Words are
anyone has a
hard.
baby, especially someone that's very close to us, I'm not taking any chances. No
Admittedly,
chances
though,
whatsoever.
probably for the best that you didn't do that workout.
We almost died.
And you guys are in way better shape than I am.
We
so.
It was hot. Well,
I'm in
first-
good shape. You guys are
Well,
in
first
great
of all, it
shape,
was hot.
It's
so.
hot outside.
So we encountered problems filming the video because my phone kept overheating.
Yep.
Ah, nice.
Oh, really?
And we
Camera
tried.
kept stopping.
We tried to keep
Really?
it not. Yeah. Well, we tried to keep it not in the sun.
Luckily, it
We got-
seemed to keep stopping during the 30-second rest break. So it's
Yeah,
not like
we did
the-
all
not
right
Like
with
there's
it.
there's no workout.
We got
footage
one
missed.
really long, like
I'm
15-minute
still gonna
video.
chop it down though. I'm
Mhm.
still gonna chop it down.
We
It's
got
not gonna
one
be
like
25
one
minutes
like
long.
really long 15-minute clip.
Yeah.
And then it overheated.
It was like
Mm.
4 minutes.
And then we
Each.
we were able to get it going pretty quick until the last one where I got the big temperature warning where the phone just shut itself down.
Yep,
And
I've
you
had
get
it.
the little thermometer on the screen. I was like, oh man. But it
All right,
was
so-
hot out. And then
It was pretty muggy.
we were in the sun because we got the camera out of the sun.
Yep.
So we were just getting the sun beating down on us.
Mm.
And
He even made a comment at one point saying, "This is harder than the Murph."
yeah, I thought it was hard.
Really?
Now, if you don't know what the Murph
Wow.
is,
See, I
the
still
Murph
think the Murph
is
will
it's
get me
named.
with the
we
pull-ups.
talked about it on Memorial Day. It is a
well,
workout.
3 of us here have done the Murph.
Yeah.
Because you did the Murph.
I did.
Yep.
Yep.
We did the
Yeah.
Murph. And next year,
Yeah, I did it at home though.
yeah, but next year you got to do it with us.
Yeah.
But,
Yep,
yeah.
we did the
Absolutely.
Murph and Crocs this past year. So if you guys haven't seen our videos on that, I think it's a YouTube short and Instagram reel and TikTok.
Yeah,
and all that,
yeah.
So go check that out. But the Murph is a no joke workout. Look it up if you don't know what
I
it
mean,
is.
don't get me wrong. The Murph was very tiring.
I don't think it was
I-
worse than the Murph. I think that it was. I think you felt that way because you hadn't worked out 3 weeks straight and you were still just coming
Correct.
off that.
I was gonna say
That's
I
how
was.
that's the one
I was
think
in
you
better
felt that.
shape when I did the Murph.
Mhm.
Because I didn't take 3 weeks off. And then I also didn't do the pull-ups in the Murph this year because I'm still nursing a shoulder injury.
Mhm.
So I did rows, which are admittedly easier than pull-ups.
Right.
But I think it's because maybe it's not. But I anticipate the Murph to be difficult.
That's true. We do hype it up in our heads a lot.
I anticipate, like I know what and I'm like, nah, the Murph's gonna be hard. This I was like, it's 25 minutes. It's all body weight. No equipment needed.
We're
The only-
used to this.
The only thing
He's
you
pulling
needed.
out these crazy freaking combination
The only thing you needed was a jump rope.
workout things.
So
and like,
if
what
you
is
if you
happening?
had one, you warmed. So the first round was warm up with the jump rope. Second round was stretches and dynamic movements. So we gave you like 3 warm up rounds before you got into the workout.
Okay.
which were needed.
Scenes, yeah, I was gonna say.
But then
seems
it was a lot of
reasonable.
like there was a shadow boxing round. But then he had these compound exercises. It was a solid workout, but
like these
mostly
supersets of like you do like 4 reps of one thing and then 4 reps of another thing, and doing like one thing into another thing was just like.
Well, I mean, and
there
there's
was like no body rest.
But there was
Oh,
no,
no
there was
rest
no
at
it
all.
wasn't
It
like
was-
in sets
yeah.
and reps. It wasn't like 10 reps in 3 sets. It was as much as you can do in this period of time.
Yep. You do
And then
4 reps of this, 4 reps of this, and you repeat that until that clock. Is
And
done.
for people that are push themselves the way
Very
we
similar
do,
to
right?
if anybody's ever done Insanity Max 30 or
Oh
one
yeah,
of
it was
those,
really similar.
very
to that.
similar to like that style.
With like martial arts
okay.
stuff mixed in.
And very all focused on martial arts stuff and explosiveness, and mostly in your legs. There was like one section with push-up jacks,
Oh,
but almost everything was the leg. My inner thighs for like 3 days were like
and we know
Leave
which
me
one that was
alone.
from, right?
there were a couple of them.
So I can't demonstrate it right now. I don't have enough room. But you gotta watch the video.
Yeah,
You gotta watch the video
it's
that
definitely-
I will edit over the weekend and have ready by Monday.
I am definitely gonna do that
Cool.
workout though, like once a week. It's gonna be
Yeah,
like a staple.
I want to check it out. Absolutely.
I'm gonna do it like once a week. It was solid.
And I think I'm gonna start working up to the Murph also. I'll like break it down a little bit and then
We
be
Joe
ready
Picone
for it
did.
next
Dr.
year.
Joe did the Murph with us last
Was
year.
it you and Scott and you guys?
There's me,
Scott,
Scott,
and Joe, right?
and then
But
he was,
only we
and
did
Alex,
it in Crocs.
Alex was texting with us because he was doing the workout at the same time at home.
Yeah.
So he had clocked the time right around the same. Like we'd all finished relatively similar in times.
You did the run too?
Yeah. I ran.
You just ran around the neighborhood?
Yeah, around my neighborhood. So we
Yeah,
have
but
like,
Alex, as you
we have
guys
like a
know,
half-mile loop that we can do around our neighborhood.
Nice.
It gets really boring after like 2 miles.
Well,
but
we do it on a track, so
yeah,
we get that.
exactly. So
But yeah, so I think this coming year we'll all do it together maybe.
That'd be fun.
Well,
All of us in Crocs.
you don't have to wear Crocs.
Okay,
That's your
fine.
choice. But it was a good workout, and Kelsey's gonna do the Murph with us this coming year, right? Kelsey's gonna do the Murph.
she'll probably be the best. To be honest.
But
Elsie's in
it's
It
great
would
a-
shape.
just be the she always said the pull-ups would be the one that gives the most problem.
Pull.
Well, then she knows she has that one thing to
You
really
do the Murph
work
with
on.
us next year, Kels? Yeah.
Walking back and forth. Murph time? Murph next year? This year?
You gonna do the Murph with us next year? Oh, come on! You gotta
What
do
if
the Murph.
I need an emotional partner?
No, you do the Rose. We'll get you Rose.
Yeah.
you can do bench presses of the Croc.
Yes. We'll line the strap. You can do the rose on the strap.
Good.
So
See, that'll be the only video she appears on this.
There's,
for.
What,
She'll-
burning the Croc?
She'll film herself burning this,
So-
and then that'll be what she appears
anyway,
on this.
you definitely should check out that workout.
Yeah.
Like you would like it,
Yeah,
but
send it
it's
to me.
very intense in the legs. But I'm like, we got Spartan races coming up at the end of the
We do.
end of September, first day in October. You're gonna do the big one in
Yeah,
September.
I'm gonna do the beast.
You better register
Send
if you're
me-
not registered already, dude.
I am. Send me that video so I can do it tomorrow, so I can be useless tomorrow when I
It
show up.
is. And it's all in what you put into it. Like if you dog it through, then
Yeah.
obviously. But
Well, that's what it is with a time thing. Like if you meander
yeah, and
through
you know,
it,
like,
you gotta push yourself.
and I did talk.
Yeah.
We did talk to him
I
after.
looked back at. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We did talk to him afterwards, and I was so bummed because we sent him a little message. And he's like, "Oh, bro, that was an awesome message. I wanted to use that to post." But I was so tired. I collected it as a one. You know, on Instagram where you message somebody,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just a one
You
play.
can set it to
Yeah.
just go away like a Snapchat.
But we
right
were
after you
so
do it.
tired. I didn't even pay attention to how I sent it. He's like, "Oh, is there a way to resend that?" I was like, So I just edited a couple clips together for him, so he had something to tag us in.
Yeah.
But I felt bad, and I did give him one piece of feedback, which he was like, "Oh, that's good. That's a good thing," because he doesn't indicate. So he indicates when the 30-second rest happens,
okay.
but in that gap, you're doing like sets of these two exercises,
I guess that's like 4 minutes.
right? And you're doing these two exercises, these two exercises.
No, I'm sorry. It was longer than 4 minutes because we did each set of 2 exercises 3 times in a row.
right. So you would do like 2 exercises 3 times in a row, and then you would switch to 2 different exercises 3 times in a row.
Okay.
But there was no indication when you were switching. You had to watch. You had to be paying attention to the video. To
Oh,
when
and
you
if you're
switched.
trying to
Oh,
do
yeah.
it, you can't listen.
You just
for
had to
it.
quickly
Oh,
look. Like
and
we
of
had my
course-
iPad set up on
Yeah.
a chair, playing the video.
But
While
a
we
lot
were,
of people like you listen for because once you've done it, especially if you do it multiple times, then you're listening for it
right. So
because
Right.
you've memorized the moves. You
so
just need to know,
what I
oh,
was like
And of
maybe an
course-
audio cue
yeah.
or
That's a
something
good
something
feedback.
that lets
That
you
is
know. And
good.
he's like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that in my next one.
We were also kind of dumb. We were just like, oh, we're just gonna play the video and just like not watch it through and see the exercise.
Yeah, we should have
first. We're just gonna-
admittedly watched
We're just
it
gonna
first.
do it live on air, and we're like,
No,
oh, wait,
but
what's he doing?
Because some of the exercises that we learned on the fly. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was a couple that I've never done
We had
before.
never done them before.
Like here's one where you kick your whatever leg you kick back, you touch, but then you hop up like your Mario. Like
oh, cool.
and then there's one where your legs are going out to the sides and back, but your upper body doesn't move at all. So you're stable and just your legs are moving.
So it's like
That one was
it's like an upper
killer.
body plank, but the lower
That one
body's
was
doing some
killer.
kind of jack to it. That's crazy.
No, you're in a squat position. So you're
Oh,
stayed in the squat position. Your upper body stays stable and just your legs are moving. And you're like, ooh,
That's
this
the
is-
one
cool.
that kills.
Yeah,
that's
that was.
Inner
If
thigh.
you were doing it right, that one was tense.
Yeah.
Ugh.
but I do like that feedback wise because I used to do like even like yoga and stuff like that, and you're in the position, and you have they get that audio cues like, okay, we're transitioning out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that's a good piece. That's a good piece. I wouldn't have thought of that.
So yeah, it was. Well,
Cool.
the only reason I thought of it because we were doing it, and we had to keep looking at the video, going,
Like, oh, he switched. Quick.
okay, he switched.
Cool. That's really cool. Yeah, we'll have to try that out.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it.
It's a good workout.
Yeah. Seems like you guys called afterwards. You told me it was like
We
this was
well,
intense.
we were both sore, and he's in better shape than I am, and he was sore. So I'm like,
Oh
okay,
God, man, I was
Well,
dying.
one, he didn't have 3 weeks off. Two, he's what, like 12?
15 years younger than me.
There you go. Which is just a little bit, yep, a little bit younger than
But
me.
we have these sport races coming up, and it's
Yeah, we
the
do.
beast is. We're gonna be moving because it's just him. It's the three of
We're
us,
not gonna
and
be
Danielle,
moving.
who's a good.
Nice.
Not with my
I was
garbage
about
mile.
to say we're not gonna be moving at the beast anymore.
Listen, Danielle can move, so you better be picking
I
it
will
up, man.
push
You better
through
be
it.
training.
Yep.
no,
And wear socks.
No one left behind or forgotten.
You
He's
now
got to give
always
me
wear
the
socks.
first like mile and a half garbage mile.
And then we're
Gotcha.
doing the super the day
Done.
after, so we're going back to back races.
And that's when we have, our two new recruits that want to see how much they can push themselves without having to wait for anybody. And I'm like, well, Dave and I are gonna get done
they
doing
know-
a beast the day before.
Do they know we're doing a half
Yes.
marathon beast? the
Yes,
day
they do.
before?
I told
All
them,
right.
and they were like, oh, well, then at least we'll have a chance to keep up with you guys. That's what they said.
We're doing
I was
a.
like,
That's
I
cool.
want to see how the shoulder lasts. I got to take care of that.
yes, you
You
do.
don't overdo it.
Well,
When is
every,
it again? Which week? When is it coming out?
It's the
September
September
30th,
30th, October
October
1st. So you need to get this looked out like now.
Well, my plan was to call an orthopedic this week. Everybody gave me a name. Like I had two physical therapists. Like, and your wife was a PA. Recommend
Couple
somebody
folks.
at a Brielle orthopedic, and I said, okay.
Right.
So I know who to call. I was gonna call Monday, but Monday we teach at Goddard School. This is our last week teaching a 1 hour martial arts lesson.
I got
We
it.
do 3 groups at Goddard School.
Nice.
And then, so this is our last day for that. And I came home, and then the Caravellas were coming to meet
baby.
the baby, the logo designer. So he came to meet the baby.
Yep, that's right.
And then I forget Tuesday, we had something going on Tuesday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, I had stuff going on. I teach early private lessons. And then, what's today, Thursday?
Yes.
Master Paul's wife, Colleen, and her daughter, so Master Paul's stepdaughter, came to
Came
meet
by.
the baby.
That's cool.
And then tomorrow, Shay Prendergast comes. So I'm like, I got to call like 9 in the morning tomorrow. Like,
Yeah, like bright and early.
like bright and early. Just to, I know they're going to want to do an x-ray, and then I'll get PT probably.
Yeah. it's
And
the
like one of the
normal.
dads at the school that's a PT, Colin Gabriel's dad,
Yep.
he's a PT forever. He looked at it briefly. He's like, it could be the bicep head. It's caught up in the joint.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it could be that. It could be. He's like, because I said I'm doing home rehab, and he's like, yeah, but if it's the bicep head caught in the joint, he's like, you shouldn't be doing rehab. You should do anti-inflammatories
Give it
and
a chance
icing
to
and
come
resting
out,
it.
yeah.
It's like it depends on what's going on in the shoulder. That's why you got to get looked at. Because if you're just doing random PT,
You're
when
just
you don't
aggravating
need
it over and over again.
and
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're just making it
yeah,
worse.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, you're just aggravating it. Ugh.
So something to look into.
All right. Well, and so yeah, hopefully they can get you in pretty quick.
Yeah, I hope. But I like the doctor's name is Stamos.
Yes.
No, really.
Yes.
He has him as Stamos. I'm like,
John
ooh.
Stamos is going to be his doctor. We do like a photo.
It's
Jesse
not John,
Soderapple.
but-
No.
I bet it
Uncle
is.
Jesse.
Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, it's a really good callback. That is a real callback now.
Yeah.
Comment down below if you knew who we meant when we said Uncle Jesse.
Yep. No more hints. That's it.
No more hints.
Uncle Jesse's enough.
That's it.
It is more than enough.
All right, gentlemen, we are about at that
His name
time.
is Jesse Katsopoulos.
Tzopoulos. Yep.
Pansopoulos. Yes, that was the last name, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. And
Yeah.
he was in a band.
He was.
The end.
The end.
Yep.
He was probably
No more hints.
in.
No more hints.
No more hints.
Oh, I
Sorry.
was going to give one that was
No,
really funny.
don't do
So,
it.
and
Okay.
on a side note, Steve just finally got a computer again.
Oh, okay. I was
So
gonna
we
bring this up next episode, but okay.
Oh, then never
I
mind.
haven't really had a chance
So
to really play
it's a-
around with it too much yet.
Teaser for next episode.
Teaser
there
for
you
next
go.
episode.
We're gonna talk about
See,
my new PC,
I
baby.
need a new computer too, but I also want a PS5 at some point, and somebody has
Or-
a PS5 sitting next to me.
Just get a PS5. It's
Or
better.
you could just
I know,
keep
right?
the computer that I'm gonna. that you
No,
fix.
your dad wants your computer.
He only wants it because you don't want it.
Which means he
Alright.
wants it.
He doesn't want it.
Your dad wants it. It's you got to
He
keep
wants
it in the family.
Got to.
Why?
Because he wants it.
It's a computer. We don't care about it.
Your dad
Apparently,
cares
he
about
does.
it. He said he would
your
take
dad
it.
cares.
He only said he would take it if you didn't want it.
He wants to load it up with,
Verbatim said, if you won't take it, then I will have it. That's what he said.
which
I
is
don't
another
believe
way
it.
of saying like I kind of want it.
Right.
But
Exactly.
I'm gonna let you choose.
Yeah, come on, read your dad's.
You got to be between the lines,
Need.
sir.
Oh, I need to read my father,
Yes,
the man that I've lived with
absolutely.
my entire life.
That's right.
Yes,
I
apparently
can't
you
read
haven't
him at
read
all.
the book.
Has
I
he
can
ever
tell.
owned his own computer? Where it's
Yes.
just his without the kids on it and the family.
We don't use the desktop that's out in the living room. He uses that. He's the only one that uses that computer.
Yeah,
The
but
rest of
when was the
How
last
out
time?
of date
the
is
other
that
kids-
computer?
I was going to say, when was the
Honestly,
last time?
I'm not
Is it a
sure.
Commodore 64?
No. It's not
Gateway
that old.
2000.
You know what you
1000.
could do is you could take the hard drive from that computer and throw it in the.
In the new one? Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. I don't know. But no, we all have our own
Is
computers.
it steam powered?
Exactly. Is there
How-
an animal?
how
Is there a
often- the
woodland
computer again.
animal?
How often do you replace the hamster?
Exactly.
What
Do you give
What
them
do
a
you-
break?
What do you use more? You use your computer or your PS5 more?
For gaming specifically.
For gaming, probably my computer. Just because.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I have a gaming computer, but
Well, me too.
Have
like
you, go on.
I was gonna say, I do play my PS5, but like that's more of when I know I only have like an hour or so. So I'll play a game.
But as a teacher with an entire summer off where you have days to commit to it,
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
Gaming
right?
I
PC.
know.
Have you
Gaming PC.
have you
we have to send
Final
Alex a
Fantasy
text to
16?
remind him to sleep.
No, so I haven't. I'm like halfway through, but then
Which game?
Final
the
Fantasy
game I
16.
won?
so I'm like halfway through. But my son Lucas is really into No Man's Sky.
Oh.
Is that the where you're the astronaut?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we had gotten it for him, and he plays it, but he also likes to watch videos on it, and he plays it on the Switch. But I have it on the PS5 because we have it on both. So I thought it'd be really nice to like play it, so I knew what he was talking about because it's all he wants to tell me
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's a thing where we sit down and like I'll play for a little bit, and he kind of like guides me on what to do.
Got
so
it.
that's taken up more of my Final
Luke
Fantasy
and I are
time.
doing the same thing with Zelda. Like he'll know some of the nuances from his friends, so I'll be like, okay,
Yeah, like
Oh,
where
yeah.
do I go?
Yep.
So
that's pretty cool.
What were some of your favorite games growing up?
growing up, oh man,
We talked about this on a different episode, but I want to ask
I was
you
gonna
because you're a
say-
good gamer.
definitely played like all the Final Fantasies, all
Good man, good
the
man.
Zelda games.
Yes.
Parasite Eve. Parasite
Good
Eve
game.
2.
Good game.
I think,
I only played the first one,
really?
really,
So I
because they
played.
changed the system in the second one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I played Parasite Eve 2 probably all the way through about 500 times
Wow.
because Rob Lanzeri and I would play it. We got it down to the point where we could beat it in a day,
That's crazy.
and speed run it. And we kept trying to always get the top ranking, but we were too afraid to play Nightmare mode, which was the hardest mode, not knowing that's the only way you can get the top ranking and beat the game.
Which makes sense.
So we would go to one of each other's houses, and one of us would play through it on Saturday, and the other person was using the guide to make sure we got everything. And then the other person would play through their version on Sunday.
Wow.
And we did that almost every weekend.
It's funny how
That's crazy.
like nerd gamers do like. So I played Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10 with my buddy Chris Husko and his brother Dan Husko. We would play on weekends. We'd have sleepovers every weekend, and like we would play the games. Like we didn't touch it during the week, and we would have the same memory card because remember you
Yep,
would have memory
yep.
cards,
Memory cards, yep.
and we would play this, this every weekend when Final Fantasy was out. We played 7. We'd stay up late hours of the night playing. We'd have Skittles.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
every battle, we victory skittle, and then like the only thing you could do was grind levels
right.
during the week, you couldn't progress in the story. You just grind levels during the week. And whoever grinded more levels, we would use that save. We saved on, like, we both had memory cards.
That's smart.
We
Yeah.
made the same
Yeah.
save, and then whoever grinded more levels, we would use that version.
Right.
That's cool. That's
See,
cool.
We would do for like big games like Final Fantasy. We would take turns playing, just like
That's
you guys
what we did, yeah.
Yeah.
But we would it would be at like one person's house, so no one would touch it. You wouldn't even grind levels
Yeah,
during
yeah,
the week.
yeah.
But we would give each other like a 30-minute timer, so everyone got to
So
play.
to take actual turns.
Yeah.
So we took actual turns, and during the 30 minutes, the other people would be painting like Warhammer figures and stuff.
Hey, there you go.
So we would rotate who
We
was
would,
painting their army and
and
who was playing.
Up to, so Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, no voice acting.
Yeah, 10
All
was weird
literature.
where it had it.
10 had voice acting. That started the whole voice acting thing. So you have to know, if you have to have played Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 to understand, but they're very story dense.
Oh yeah.
Lots. So we would read out loud.
Right.
So somebody would be in charge of reading out loud for a period of time, and then if I'm controlling it, you're reading, because it's all text on the screen.
Well, we've had Luca's into some Pokemon games now, which is also pretty heavy text.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to a Final Fantasy, but
but
yeah.
still.
But Luca likes to kind of fly through some of
Yeah.
it. So now Sensei Rob has been helping him out with trying to get like bigger characters
Yeah.
coming by, and like you could tell Luca's missed some of the plot points because he's just like, yeah, I just want to get going in the game.
Yep. I just want to catch
And
them.
So now there are certain games that he needs to play to get certain characters that are older games, like play the Nintendo, the Travel Nintendo one,
Game Boy.
Game Boy, the Game Boy one, and he has. You can't skip it. You can't skip. Edit that out.
That one's staying in.
Yeah, of course it is.
Oh,
Game Boy Advanced game that he has to play through and read in order to progress.
You know that travel
So-
Nintendo thing. The travel Nintendo.
I never had a Game
There's
Boy.
times
so
I
I don't
forget
know.
you're old, and then you
Oh.
do something like that.
I want to. How much you want to bet all bunch of the kids that are watching, like the Switch,
And
it's the
every parent's
Switch."
like, so now we can no longer listen to this show.
No,
The Sega Genesis.
before the days of the
Oh, I love
Switch,
the
there was
Genesis.
the Game Boy.
But no,
and
I
had
after
the
Game
emulator.
Boy, there
But
was the
honestly-
DS.
But games like that
No, I knew what
got
Game Boy
you.
was. I just didn't have it.
Games like that got you reading
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
more because it was all story, so you had
Yeah.
to like.
You had to read, or else you didn't know what was
Yeah.
going on.
That was when Rob and I were like 5th grade, I want to say, is when Final Fantasy 11 came out.
Oh wow.
The online one.
Yep. Which I
and-
played too. I love that game.
And we got our parents to buy it for us and do the monthly subscription.
Cool.
Even though we were supposed to be 13 to play it, we were maybe 11.
No.
No, you
So
played
we played
14.
14, which was the second online one.
Right. So anyway,
11 was better than 14. Well,
11, it's different.
it's different.
Right.
Not better, different.
But there was no like voice, like we didn't have Ventrilo or like Skype or anything like that,
Yeah.
or TeamSpeak at the time. Now people use Discord. So
Discord.
we had to type everything.
That's how Chung
So-
and I played. You had to type everything.
So I was
Jesus.
so afraid of people
slow.
being like, I'm not playing with a little kid. So I would practice typing so that I could type quickly to communicate and people would take me seriously. And that's how I
Cool.
got really good at typing and writing for school, because I was like, I need to be taken seriously by these adults that I'm playing with, because I ended up in like a top end group on like the world level, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like 12 years old. What am I doing?
yeah, Chung and I played that game for a while, and then we switched to World of Warcraft.
Right.
And then World of Warcraft was so easy by comparison
Yeah.
that we're like, we got to jump back. Because the way Final Fantasy 11 worked was it dropped into the game.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
You got no direction.
That's it.
No
Figure it out.
story,
So
no-
the only
There's a story.
there's a story, but
But there's
There's
like,
no
intro to it.
tutorials.
Tutorials. Yep.
there's no. You have to figure out everything through talking to people,
Trial and
through
error.
trial and error. There's a whole programming
I
language
see.
you
Yeah.
had to learn to,
Yeah,
to macro it.
Yep.
Um,
I'm still learning things. I played occasionally, like on a private server, and like I just learned the other week that the spell Banish that white mages learn,
Yeah,
you use it on undead, it makes them weak to attacks.
really.
Just found that out. It's been out since 2005.
But
I
see-
feel like a lot of games are starting to go that direction though, because the new Zelda game, right? It has not a tutorial but an intro area, and then you could have played the game through and find a shrine that's teaching you how to block. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
and you're like, what?
It's like, yeah, well, they don't put in
But
any
there-
random order.
There
You're
is
just gonna find
is
it randomly.
no
Tutorial.
tutorial. There's
No.
no.
Not in the original.
There's
no.
nothing where you can go where they say this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And like when you start doing job quests, there's no. You have to like.
No. There are some missions that like I look at them and I'm like, how did people figure this out?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One is like you need to find these 8 things across the world. Good luck.
Yep.
And that's all it is. But like a bunch of them aren't even on the map. They're in a little area that you go to the edge of the map and there's a little
yeah.
cutout in the
I
floor or tunnel that
grossly
you go
d-
through.
I
and you're
grossly
off.
depended on my buddy Chung to like help me out.
Well, Destiny is like that. Destiny has these
Kind of.
wild-
Yeah.
Because I played with my cousin and he goes, "Hey, let me get you this whatever gun. It's like some shadow gun or whatever."
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, great. Following him around, no lie, 25 minutes. How did you? We are going in the craziest places. Like, oh, you sneak down this,
Yeah.
alley
Wait, what,
and
that's a
then
path?
jump
Well, the
down.
thing-
We go that way?
It
The
didn't
thing-
look like anything.
The thing that
it
made
made no
the
sense
thing that
at
makes
all,
Final
Steve.
Fantasy
None.
11 tricky was you had to figure out the game, the mechanics first. You had to understand how to do macros. You can link. There's a whole way you link attacks with your partner and the people in your
to
party
get bonus damage.
to get bonus damage. You had to figure out a market system because you had to play in the auction house.
Yep.
So you had to have money,
Oh wow!
and
okay.
money
That's
was
how you
not
did it.
like
You
super
didn't just-
easy to come by.
Yeah, you didn't
And,
just
like-
cut a branch and money fell out.
Right, and
No,
it wasn't
no.
like other games where you kill bosses and you get loot.
Right.
Everything was made by crafters.
Right.
So people had to learn the skill to
Like
make
they had a
items.
problem when people
Okay.
were spending real money to get money. It messed up the economy of
Yeah.
the game briefly.
Mm.
The
they
game had its
had-
own economy.
Right.
But they had things where you
So
could
you had to
buy
figure
No, people were buying the in-game currency
from other people.
from other
From
people.
other people.
Oh.
Yeah.
but it became because you could pay like Chung loaned me money
in
on
the game. Yeah.
but you could play. So you had to understand how to do that. You had to understand how to craft, how to sell things to make money, how to work the auction house, and then like you had to understand how to travel the world, how to get this chocobo license.
Now,
how to
was
get-
it open? Like, were you playing
It-
with other people?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you
obviously?
play
Yeah,
with
MMO,
everybody.
This is all okay.
Massive.
The thing that got me was
And if you die,
you'd lose experience.
you lose experience.
You could lose your levels.
So you could level down.
Wow.
So if you're level 12 and you die and you had too
Like you
little
were-
experience, you'd level down to an 11.
Like if you were just a 12, like
Yeah.
you actually go back down.
And
to
like
11.
you had to learn monster families to find out how they attacked you. Like if they detected you by sight or
Right,
sound
yeah.
or magic or low health.
Because everything aggroed for different reasons.
Right. So you had to like figure out what they did, and like sometimes you enter an area like you hit level 20 and they're like, okay, you need to go to the main city hub and go through level 50 areas and level
Yep.
60 areas. Don't get caught.
Oh,
I remember going.
such an intense game. So when you jump to World of Warcraft, you're like, oh, this isn't.
Yeah,
bad.
it was way easier.
So how do you even play games like Mario Brothers? You're like, I gotta figure out the run
Now you know why.
and the jump. Dang.
Now you know why.
And
I
then
play-
fireballs, forget it. I couldn't even get it.
This is why I play all the Bloodborne and Dark Souls games because they're challenging.
Oh yeah. That's a
Yeah.
lot. That's involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the story of gaming from us.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
That's really
Great.
cool. Love it.
Well, man, that was a good time. We had a good amount to talk about this giant croc
Loved it.
that will be here for a
Still love
long
it.
time. Let's get it back
never
on
going
screen one
anywhere.
more
Future
time.
episodes will feature.
Look out for every
One more
birthday
time.
post for my son.
Yep, every single birthday there will be little Declan and
It
the
is-
croc. Quite literally almost the size of your leg.
No, it is
It
actually
literally
the
is
size
the
of
size
your
of
the
your
leg.
size of his leg.
Okay.
But not the size of your arms.
Oh,
Oh,
it's bigger.
close.
It goes from hip to
Tip
toe.
to toe, man. It literally is the entire length of his leg. That's crazy. Well, thank you so much for coming back on the podcast,
Thank
man.
you
Being
for
our,
having
our
me.
first return guest. That was a good
Woo.
time. If you guys have not
Get
already,
a Ric Flair. Woo.
woo, woo. If you guys have not already, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Threads and TikTok at Kickin In Crocs, KICKIN.in.crocs.
CROCS.
Just doing that now. Okay. Subscribe to us on YouTube to watch the video versions of this podcast and a bunch of other awesome videos that we talk about and never do. Let me see what else. Comment down below your favorite video game so that, we can compare to the difficulty level to the video games that Alex plays.
And then we need to make a pool
Yes.
to take bets on how long this croc makes it before
Yes.
Kelsey burns it.
Comment down below
No.
how long do you think
No,
this croc will
not gonna-
last?
Not gonna be burned. No.
How long will this croc last before it is gone? And then how long will it be before we get a new one?
Will the croc be here? Will I be banned from the Zaphos household?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball
on
Z.
Kicking in Crocs.
Kicking in Crocs. All right, there, gang. Until next time, I've been Steve.
Steve, and I love you from the bottom of my Crocs.
Still Nick.
Alex.
You said that so confused. Like,
Crocs
Alex?
Diego
You
with a
didn't- You didn't
K.
give us
Yes.
any of the. You didn't give them any of our info.
Huh?
Our exit info.
we did.
As far as like ratings and all that good
Well, that's
stuff.
your job, bro.
You didn't hand it over to me.
Oh.
So it's like,
Hey,
no.
Nick, what
Nope.
should the listeners give us?
5-star rating.
See you guys later.
Okay, Alex will do it this time. Hey, Alex, what should just the audio listeners give us?
Whatever the maximum rating is possible.
Ah, I like
wait.
that. You're fired. He's hired. I like that. It's perfect.
I give it
Dave, say
one
it.
giant croc.
One
up.
giant
Dave,
croc.
Dave
That's
has
the
to exit
maximum
us,
rating.
and then you can.
Oh
do it.
yes. Let's put this Croc into comfort mode.
Okay, that's it. We need to do that in every podcast now. We need to. So the audio listeners, he literally took the gigantic croc and he put it from sport mode into comfort mode, and that's what needs. Like that's like the switch now.
We
You
got to
flip
bring
the
it to every
switch.
video and be like, action.
Yeah. All right, before we get going again, you stay kicking, internet.
Shibuda.